Recorded its highest daily number of coronavirus cases since the start of the pandemic, 14,796 infections. At least 293 people have succumbed to COVID-19 related complications, bringing the national death toll to 26,276. The number of new daily cases has breached the 14,000 mark for a third consecutive day, with the record numbers continuing to increase. The health department has appealed for people to be extra vigilant and ensure health protocols are observed. The department says there are over 126,000 known active COVID-19 cases in South Africa, urging people to exercise social distancing amid festive season. Scientists say a new coronavirus variant spreading across parts of the globe remains a health risk. Now let's take a quick look at the numbers. Let's try and break it down in greater detail. And we start off with the numbers you hear at home in South Africa. As you heard there in the package, we go into the 4 hot spots of the provinces. Now cumulatively, the number of COVID-19 cases in South Africa there currently stands at 983,359 cases. If you looked over the past 3 days, how those numbers have gradually increased to the extent that we're looking at close to 1 million cases within the next, well, if the increase remains at 14,000 plus a day, within the next, 3-4 days, we should be over that million mark. And as far as numbers is concerned, that's a national figure. Let's go into the provinces now. Look, comparisonly, we start off, of course, in Gauteng. On the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, Gauteng had 263,166 COVID-19 reported cases. 2 days later, come the 25th, we're sitting at 269,889. Let's now move over to the Western Cape. Now remember, the Gauteng, Western Cape and the other 2 provinces will show you now, those have been the hot spots, as it were, of COVID-19 infections. Overall infections in the Western Cape sit at 191,373. Now, on the 23rd of December, if you look at those 2 numbers there, 184,000. Then on the 24th of December, we got just over 3,000. And if you look at where we're sitting at, then of course being the numbers that came over, from last night, the increase is quite dramatic. Let's move over to KwaZulu-Natal. Again, the beaches, major concern. We heard the Premier speaking earlier in the month or a couple of weeks ago saying that they'll close beaches on Christmas Day, they'll close beaches on Boxing Day and mostly the holidays. They're sitting at 176,131 cases for the province currently. A couple of days ago again, if you look at where they came from, on the 23rd of December, 166,000 cases they had, and basically that's nearly a jump of 10,000 cases within 2 days if you look at that number. Let's move on now to the Eastern Cape. Another worrisome province this has been. We saw the health minister go to the Eastern Cape, visit there a couple of times, trying to check out on how the issues were coming, particularly with the variant wave, variant infection that has been sought out or picked up in South Africa. 165,022 cases they currently sit on. That was, of course, as of yesterday on Christmas Day when they started 3 days ago. Again, if you look at the number, 162,000, that number did not go up as sharply as it has done in the Western Cape, in Gauteng, but it also has to be concerning to everyone, in particular with the beaches closed down, with people. We know that a lot of people have been traveling, particularly from Cape Town to the Eastern Cape and Gauteng to the Eastern Cape, a lot of people going home. That number there, we expect that to rise as well. Let's move on now and check up on the other provinces, of course. The Free State. The Free State, they're currently sitting on 61,581 cases. Those are numbers that came up over the past 24 hours. Let's move over to another province in Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga, not too bad with current cases. These are active cases in that province, 34,463. Let's move over to Limpopo. In Limpopo, they currently have 21,978 cases of coronavirus in that province. Let's move over to the Northwest Province. Apologies, Northern Cape, before we go to Northwest Province. I always get those mixed up. 24,681 cases in the Northern Cape. And then last but not least, the Northwest Province, 38,241 cases there. Let's take a quick look at some active cases. Now, these are active cases across the country, which means that these are the number of people that currently are infected with COVID-19 in South Africa. 126,832 active COVID-19 cases in the country. That number, South Africa, is huge. That number is big. Please do follow the protocols. Stay at home if you do not have to. Missing a Christmas lunch or a Boxing Day braai will not kill you. Going to a Boxing Day braai might just be your last one if we do not adhere to all the protocols with regards to COVID-19. So numbers to look forward to. We'll try again, but later on the program, take your numbers to the United States of America. They've got over 19 million COVID-19 infections. And remember, the world over is just over 30 million COVID-19 infections. We'll also take a look at the overall picture, hopefully, on the continent and see where those clusters, and as far as Africa is concerned, lie of COVID-19 infections.